Howdy! Welcome to my floor. I filmed a video for... Okay. Hi! Hello! Wow! I filmed a video for Instagram down here yesterday and I really liked it. But today we are going to be doing a planty area makeover. So my mom, very sweetly, she knew that I have been feeling kind of recently, so she texted me and she was like, hey, I have some Wayfair credit that I'm not gonna use and it's gonna expire soon. Is there anything that I can get you for like your plants or anything? Like, she very specifically wanted to get me stuff for my plant collection, which is so sweet. So I looked through and we landed on these. They came in a set of 2. They have lights built into them and everything. I was gonna build them with you, but I love building furniture and it's kind of like, it's not like a self-care thing, but I just kind of wanted to do it by myself and enjoy it and not have to worry about filming it. So I built these yesterday and I need to figure out where I'm going to put them now. So let me show you our options. This is option number 1. Can you see it? This is option number 1. This is in the corner of our kitchen. We don't really have anything standing here. We have this like bar table that I'm pushed up against right now. So I was a little worried that if I pull the chair out, it would be a problem, but I don't think it will be. So this is a definite spot. Like, I really like this spot. And there's an outlet right next to it. And these lights have a timer, which is really nice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get that one set up. I love this spot. This is great. Now we're gonna figure out where to put the other one. So this is my main planty area. It is a fucking mess. There's leaves everywhere, there's dirt everywhere, there's too many plants, there's not enough space. It's overwhelming and I want to kind of fix that, and these shelves will definitely help with that, but I just have to figure out how. But I have a spot in mind. I would really like for the shelf to go over here. I know there's a couch blocking me right now, but I think this is a really good spot. I think the only concern over here is the cord doesn't reach the nearest available outlet. So that could be a problem. The other spot would be in my bedroom. I don't think I want to put it in my bedroom right now. Actually, let's go for funsies. Actually, just yesterday, I had a huge collage wall on this wall and I kind of hated it, and I took it all down and completely redid it, and the wall is now very bare and empty over here right now. Not that that matters, but just ignore how gross my room is right now. It hasn't been a priority. It is now. We're cleaning it. We're working on it. Hold on. If I put this anywhere, it would be right here. How do I feel about that? I just ripped my nail off, so that's really cool. I don't love it. Okay. Another option could be right here. I think that looks really cute, but 2 problems. There's not an outlet. I think there's like one in the kitchen that I could plug it into, but then it would be wrapping around this wall and I think that would look ugly. Problem number 2 is If you can see this, excuse this fan. My roommate was airbrushing Warhammer figures, so we had to boost the air circulation. But the other problem is, in here, in this little area, is our laundry room, and we already have traffic cut off with Bear's crate right here. So I don't know. I would feel bad about cutting off the traffic flow even more, because like, basket, I don't know. I think we're gonna put it back over by the window, and for now I'll plug it into the wall and it'll just not be in the spot where I want it. And then at some point down the line, when I have a couple extra bucks, I'll buy an extension cord. I think that's our best option right now. We'll take it. Come on. Welcome to my corner of shame. It's bad. I don't know if you can see from this point of view, but it's bad. So we are going to pick the plants to put on the shelf, which is over here. And then I will actually clean. I will clean everything up. My hair keeps falling out of my clip. How about that? We like that? Cool. I have a dirty potting mat for some reason. I have my spray bottle. I have cups. I have leaves. I have rotting pieces of plants. Like this is the gross side of plant collecting. I don't like the layout. I feel like it's very clustered. It's very congested. It's a lot. It's a lot, and I love my plants, and they deserve better, and I deserve better, and my roommates deserve better than like seeing this. So yeah, let's go. So for the plants that I want on the stand, I think I for sure want a shelf dedicated to propagations. I don't have a crazy amount of propagations right now, which is actually kind of nice, but I have a begonia ferox, pharaoh, whatever. I'm giving this to a friend, so I'm just kind of holding on to it until I see her. In these two, I have my firefly plant. It was putting off a baby, so I went to split the baby off and I accidentally split its chunk into two. So this does have roots, it has a little chunk, but the bottom part of the chunk I put in this cup, and we're gonna just kind of see what happens with that, I guess. I'll put the propagations up here. Maybe I can also put I'll put these two there because they're kind of not doing much right now. My philodendron Gordon Splash, still waiting for that growth point to continue activating, and then my strawberry begonia. I think that those will all fit on a shelf together. Do that. We'll do that. Cute. And then I forgot to bring this to the plant swap that I went to. This is the bottom cut root mass thing of my philodendron Campos partuenum, and it has activated both of its growth points, so I'll just hang on to it until the next swap. But because I don't really want it, I don't really want it to be highlighted in my collection, no offense to it, so I think I'm gonna put it down here. Cool. And then I love my girly pop, my caramel Ludo. So she gets to be front and center. Yay! And then I think this guy, I can't even remember what he's called. This is the orange mandarin plant. This guy is gonna go on the bottom shelf. I think he would look very cool down there, and I think like that pop of orange will still make you like see him even though he's on the bottom. So that's where he's gonna go. Cute. I feel like I can fit something else on here, but I'm not sure. Oh, I potted up some of my calathea into this cute little Bulbasaur planter, and I need to keep her somewhere that I will see her like all the time, because this is such a small vessel that I have to like water her basically every day. So I'm probably gonna keep her where she's at, although she would look. Wait. What about that? That's adorable. Oh my gosh, and that whole windowsill is freed up now. Except for one thing, but that's okay. He's like in the corner. Oh my gosh, cuties. Okay, let's go to the other shelf. There's like a random Magic the Gathering card on the floor. For this shelf, I kind of want it to be mostly trailing. So hold on. I just think it would be cool to have a shelf that's like very full and trailing over here. I think that would be sick. So I'm gonna put my Monstera Adansonii right here for now. These two that I technically consider filler plants, I would be okay with like putting in the corner of my kitchen so I don't feel terrible about never seeing them. Okay, I should have taken these out before I took this hanger down. Ah! No! I was just about to grab that. Fuck. Okay, whatever. Well, shit. That's the second thing I've broken today. I also broke this wine glass while doing the dishes. I don't think I should be around breakable items right now. Because what is going on? Hold on. Let's get you out of there. Get you out of there. She's untangled. Let me clean up the drainage tray. Womp womp. Let's put these bad boys up. That would look best there. Put it nice and close to the edge. And then I am absolutely ravaging this Triscantia. Truly. And we'll put that there. Cute. I can't fit something back there if I wanted to. I think I'm gonna put, this is, if you saw my Instagram video that I posted, I chopped and propped my Raphidophora decursiva, and by propped I mean I took the bottom chunk and I potted it in a different pot. I'm gonna save this for a plant swap. I'm sure someone will want it, but for now I think she's just gonna go here. Does that interrupt the flow too much? I think it's okay. Hold on, let me go find something else. I have this guy, which I believe is a red moon, red sun, something philodendron. He's pissing me the fuck off. He's given me 2 half leaves, just half of a leaf, like the left half, and then he put out this sheath that was completely empty and was really hard, and so I just broke that off, and now I have this like weird little nub thing. Can you imagine if that one broke too? I think I would actually like have to go take a nap. Calm down, girl. Whoa. I don't know what he's doing, and I'm kind of like, I love this plant. I think it's beautiful. I just wish he would grow like a normal plant. I don't know what is happening. For now, I think I'm gonna put him over here. And I still have a little bit of room. I can put some things on. 1 second. I have some more Begonia Ferox cuttings, and I have my little baby silver sword. I think I'm okay with them. Maybe I'll put the silver sword here. So he still gets a little bit of sunlight, but he gets that grow light boost. And then these guys can just like go down here. Or should they also be getting actual sunlight? We'll do that so they get actual sunlight, because I think it's better for propagations to get as much light as possible. So I'll leave them there for now. And you know what? Fuck it. The pink princess is going down here. Yeah. Do we like how that looks? How do you guys feel? Do you like this? Here, I don't know. We'll do that. And these girls can go like that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I think that's cute. And then the trailing plants can still get light. Like, they're gonna get light from this, but they'll also get light from this one down here. Cutie patootie. This pink princess, I truly hate her. I saved this pup for my pink princess because she gave me a pretty nicely variegated leaf, and since then she has given me zilch. So she will also be going to the next plant swap that I go to. I'm sick of her. We're back on the floor. I'm happy with how the shelves are looking right now. I think I'm gonna go eat some lunch because I can tell I'm getting a little hangry. So I'm gonna go eat, and then I have a bunch of like pot swapping around and plant repotting that I want to do that I think will help this makeover. So I'm gonna go do that off camera. It's just a lot, and I just honestly, truly, I just don't think I have the storage on my phone to record it all. So maybe when I'm done, I'll come back and I'll show you everything that I swapped around, and then I'll go through cleaning and reorganizing everything. So I'll see you in a minute. Hello. I ate lunch, I repotted things, I watched a Cody Co video. We're feeling good. We're feeling better. So now is gonna be when I kind of reorganize all of my plants. Over here, I have a little grow light. My mom also sent me this grow light. It's from Wayfair as well. I just put it up yesterday, so I'm not sure how good it'll be. But right now, I have my Makeover Tahiti right here. I have some Mikens cuttings. And I was thinking it would be really cute to hang a plant from here because I'm kind of in this like alcove situation. One of the plants that I repotted was my heartleaf philodendron. I'm pretty sure I like repotted my main plant like not even a month ago. I also had a little pot of some propagation cuttings that were doing really well. So I just potted them all up together in this kind of shitty nursery pot situation. I think we have like a sliding glass door. We have like a little patio situation over here. So I think if I hang it up like this, it'll get a little bit of light from that grow light and some from the door, and I think that will be good. I think it'll hopefully be enough. So we're just gonna do that really quickly. I think that's very, very cute. We want it facing the other way. No. I like this way more. Okay. And now my desk has a little bit of plant life in it. I love that. Let's go over to my main area now. Hi, we're on the floor again. This just made the most sense to me because all of my like workspaces are really low. This is one of the plants that I repotted. It's my philodendron squamiferum. He just wasn't happy where he was, so I put him in a pot. I gave him a pole. I think he'll be much happier. I think the main problem with this area is I have a lot of really big plants and it's kind of hard to fit them all together in a way that makes sense and in a way that they like. This is probably one of my favorite plants, but one of the most difficult in terms of placement. And I'm also kind of mad/sad at her right now. She was pushing out a new leaf and then it started like, here, I chopped it off, but the tip of it started crisping up before it was even like unfurled. So a little concerned about that. We'll see how she does. She has a fucking inflow right now, so I think that might be the problem. I think maybe she put out a leaf and then the inflow kind of stole more energy than she could afford. That's what I'm gonna hope. But she also has some yellowing along the edges of her leaves and some crisping. Maybe I'll get some CalMag. She honestly looks like she could probably be repotted into a bigger pot, but I don't really have a bigger pot for her. So I'll look into repotting her soon. I don't know. My Monstera kind of has to stay there. That's the best lighting for it. My Bird of Paradise kind of has to stay in that corner. That's the best spot for it. My Silver Sword is just like such an oddly shaped plant, and not in a bad way. I love how it's shaped, but it just makes it really hard to find a spot for it. But that's okay. Right now we're gonna focus on cleaning. I have a bag of dirt and we're just gonna like clean up my tables and then we'll worry about moving everything. It does feel way nicer over here. Like it feels more open, which is really nice. I took down my 2 hanging plants in the window. Technically 3, but my 2 hangers in the window. I'm gonna put 1 back up. I think that that'll be okay. But I think that was actually blocking more sunlight than I thought. So it's nice having that window more open again. As much as I love hanging my plants and like kind of freeing up shelf space, it does block light. Crazy how that works. And I'm just gonna wipe everything down. This immediately looks so much better. I do have my Silver Sword and my Anthurium standing on these like cardboard boxes. These are just like the boxes that Peace Love Happiness Club like give you when you buy a plant. Like they, like, you know, grocery stores put your groceries in a bag, and Peace Love Happiness gives you these nice tall boxes that are pretty sturdy. So I always just like flip them over and put a plant on top of them. I do really want her here. I just don't think there's a better spot for my Silver Sword, unfortunately. At least right now. I could chop this big leaf off, but I really don't want to do that. That would make me so sad. I could bring him down here and then put my rubber tree back there. Maybe. But then where's my squammy gonna go? I also have this like fucking cup that I had propagations in. And let me get rid of this potting mat. I have my other one hanging. I have 3 potting mats. I have this tiny one for like a really quick individual small repot situation. I have a medium-sized one that is also from We the Wild, and then I have the big one, my big pink one that Alexana gave me, my friend, for my birthday, which is so nice for days like today where I'm like just fucking going crazy with the repots. Okay, I think we're gonna do this. Yeah. At some point, I'm gonna have to chop this leaf off. I know that. I just really don't want to. She did give me a new leaf, but it's also small. So I know it's just a matter of time and she'll get this leaf again. You know what? Should I just fucking do it? Should I be a big girl and do it? I'm gonna go get my shears. She's causing me more grief than happiness with this leaf, and I know she'll get to this point again and it'll be okay. And this is just a part of plants. This is just a part of having plants. You have to cut things that you don't want to cut off. Okay, I did it. This makes me really sad. If you've been around, you know that this was one of my favorite plants, and then she got root rot. And now we're kind of having to start over. That is really cute though. I like that. And then it'll be easier for me to kind of manipulate her onto the moss bowl. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Actually, I think she can go down here. I'll put my rubber tree back here. Ooh. And she can go there. And I think I have more leaves and shit. Hold on, I'm gonna be closer. I have more leaves and shit over here. My boyfriend accidentally locked the door that we didn't have a key to, so we were like using shit to try and unlock it, and we used this bobby pin that I like can no longer use because it's been out of shape. So I guess I can toss that too. I don't know why I was keeping it. Get all of these leaves out of here. I have my cute little grasshopper. And my Dr. Pepper. We're gonna clean this up. And then I'll move my asparagus fern. This looks so nice. Like, this looks so much better and less overwhelming. Oh my gosh, it's getting hot. Today started very like twilight core. Very cloudy, kind of gloomy, a little colder than it has been. And now the sun is out. The sky is blue. Everything looks beautiful. I'll put my asparagus fern there. I can spin my monstera. Do we like that? I love my little orange bird potter. It's one of my favorite things. And I think it looks so good with the asparagus fern. I think that's so cute. It just looks like a little mini tree. That's also on a Peace, Love, and Happiness Club box. I'm pretty content with that. Cool. It's so empty. I have so much room for new plants. That's a joke. If you're my boyfriend and you see that part, it's a joke. Okay. Wow. My squamiferum. That's what he's just like sitting on the floor over here. Sorry, buddy. And we can put you maybe like here. Maybe I'll take orange bird and put orange bird here. Put squamiferum here. I don't hate that. Let me see how I like it from afar. I think I like that. Okay, this looks nice. I have my philodendron micans plant. So I have a million of these. Should clean this up too, actually, while I'm here. Get this wiped down, this table in the back corner. Just a little one, just a little wipe down. It's pretty gnar. I could put the micans over here and my asparagus fern right here, tilt monstera back that way. That's cute. Yeah. That's cute. Let's put my firm right there. Do we hate that? I hope not. Because I kind of like it. From afar again. I don't know if I like the corner. I'm not sure about my squamiferum. I'm gonna put my silver sword. I could put it here. Then I'm blocking orange bird. Squamiferum here. Don't hate that. Oh, Squammy, you are the most difficult part of this whole thing. I guess I could. My caramel Pluto here. And then I could put my squamiferum up here. That's kind of heavy. That's kind of scary. We're not doing that. Take that back immediately. Okay. I think squamiferum's gonna stay there. Caramel Pluto will go back up top with Bulbasaur. And then eventually I'll get an extension cord and move that further down. And then Silver Sword will go back here. I'll tilt her that way. That was an awful noise. Spare Spoon will go there. And Lycans can go there. I'm okay with that. That's not the worst. Okay. I'm gonna wipe down my windowsill over here that is suddenly completely open and free because that's fucking insane. Wipe that down for the first time in God knows how long. And then we'll do the last little finishing touch that I want to do. We are done cleaning. This looks so much nicer and open, and I'm probably ridiculously backlit right now. I apologize. But as I previously stated, how the fuck did this happen? There we go. As I previously stated, I took down my hangers here, but I'm gonna put my single one back up, and it's gonna go right here. And then I'm gonna put my new baby fernleaf cactus in here. I've wanted one of these for a while, and I would always check the stores that I went to for one, and I never saw one that either A, was in my price budget, or B, that was kind of it. That was the only time I ever saw them was they were really expensive. So it's gonna hang like that. Okay. I finally went to Swanson's and I was trying to find something and they didn't have it, so I was like, okay, I'll just get some soil stuff and head out to use my swan dollars. But as I was walking to the soil stuff, I saw this guy, which was amazing. So now he's gonna live there, and I'll give you a final showing of my tables. Okay, shelf one. Oh, this is so backlit. Oh no. Shelf one, we've got my little baby shelf. We have my Caramel Pluto, my Bulbasaur. We have these guys down here. Behind her, I have my freshly shrunken wrapped up for a pole. Look, I got 4 prongs. So exciting. And then on this shelf right here, you have succulents. And then we have this table. These are all just things that I'm gonna put in a drawer. They're all plant things. They're gonna go in a drawer. We have squamiferum, my monstera, my micans. In my corner, I have one of my begonia feroxes, my bird of paradise, and my asparagus fern. And then behind them, another philodendron, compost bartawinum, and some begonia propagations. And then just like if you remember, I got my bamboo propagation in this from the plant swap. Ew. I think it's a really cute little bottle, so I kept it, and I'll put something in it at some point, I'm sure. And then here we have my Dr. Pepper, my anthurium, who's giving me issues, but we'll work with her. My regrowing silver sword, and then my rubber tree. It's very, very exciting. And then a quick recap of my other shelf. We have my Monstera Adansonii. I put my little spider plant propagation baby in a cup and threw it up there. We have these guys, my silver sword baby, Tradescantia. I have no idea what that one is. And then down here, we have my problem children, which are my pink princess and my red moon. And then my mother plant, Rhaptophora decursiva, to give to someone at some point in a trade or swap, or maybe I'll leave it on the sidewalk. Who knows? But that's everything that we moved. We are back on the floor one last time to say goodbye. I really wanted to put more footage of me like actively doing things in this video, but I just very simply do not have the means to do so. So maybe next time I do a makeover, I'll have more storage, or maybe even a camera or something, who knows. But I feel so much better, so much better. I am really hot and sweaty, but I feel so much better getting all of that done and spreading my plants out some. I think it looks better. It just like is less overwhelming and drowning. And also my roommates keep saying, it looks like you're running out of real estate. So now I have more real estate, which is great, but we're not gonna buy a lot of plants anytime soon just to fill up space. We're gonna be thoughtful and mindful about it, and I'm excited. It feels like a real collection and not like a bunch of plants that I put on my windowsill. And yeah, I'm thrilled. So thank you for hanging out with me while I did that and listening to me ramble through my thought process. Maybe I inspired you to do something productive today. And if I didn't, you watched me do something productive, which is like basically the same thing. So with that, if you want to follow me anywhere else, I am Pretty Pluto Kitty on all platforms. I am Pretty Planty Kitty on Instagram specifically. I have a second account. I have Pretty Pluto Kitty, that's my main personal one, and then Pretty Planty Kitty is my plant account. And I'm really enjoying that. I'm having so much fun with that right now. So if you want to go follow that, that would be really cool. If not, no biggie. Thank you for hanging out with me today. If you want to subscribe or like or comment, that would also be really cool. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice having a reason to talk to myself. So that was fun. Okay, bye.